The scent of blood gonna drown a mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors. That's what we belong. I won't let them break me down. I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are glorious. The sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown the mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down.
Oh, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Copacetic, copacetic. Turn it down for just a little bit. Okay, so tonight I'm going to do something a little different. And the reason being is because Antonio has taught us so much. He has taught us how to path bend. He has taught us how to get out of our own way. He has taught us from Bible to Torah to metaphysics to whatever you can think of. He has taught it. So I had no damn clue what I was going to talk about tonight. I didn't. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't know. I didn't. I didn't figure it out until exactly 30 minutes. Exactly 30 minutes ago. I texted him and I said, "You've taught us everything. I don't know what I'm going to talk about." And then something hit me and I unsent the message. And he said, "Hey, so sorry. I'm here. Resend what you said." I said, "I think I got it." He said, "Can I help you with anything?" I said, "No, I'm going to do something a little different tonight." He's like, "It's your show." I'm like, "Okay." And I was talking with Ina, and I even told her, I said, "I'm teaching Pathbender." I told her this like what, a day or 2 days ago. I was like, "I'm teaching Pathbender. I don't know what I'm talking about." And she was like, "Well, perhaps allowing yourself to be happy or allowing yourself to get wealthy." And I thought about that and I was like, that's good. But yet again, Antonio has taught us everything. So I was like, you know what? We don't celebrate ourselves enough. We have decided what we will live. We have decided that we will live what was written for us. So if you want to go biblically, abundance was written for us. Life was written on earth for us. Heaven on earth was written for us. And we've decided, if you're here tonight, if you're here tonight, you have decided that you're going to live in what was written for you. You're going to live in what was written for you. You went against the grain. We all know, being here, regardless of age, we pushed against something. We went against the grain on something. There is somebody in our family out there saying, you in a cult. I don't know what you're doing over there. What is he really teaching you? We went against the grain. If we're here, we decided to think outside of the box. We decided, you know what? I don't like this box. This box too small. It don't fit me. It never has fit me, but I'm just realizing it really doesn't fit me. So I'm going to decide to knock down the walls and live outside the box. If we're here tonight, we decided that we're going to follow our dreams. Where everyone else, I'm going to paraphrase it, but Antonio always tells us the people, losers are always quick to tell you how it won't work because it didn't work for them. Well, we decided, just because it didn't work for you, don't mean it ain't going to work for me. If we are here, we decided to release the trauma. Because everybody knows you can't work near, around, with, or breathe the same air as Antonio if you decide you still gonna live in your trauma. And the other thing is, we decided to follow our souls and not what the village said we're supposed to do. See, while everybody was going this way, we decided, you know what, something in me is saying to go that way. So I'm gonna go this way. I appreciate y'all, love y'all. Y'all did the best you could with what you had. You taught me everything I needed to know. You did your job. So I appreciate you, but I'm gonna go this way. So tonight, I want everybody to unmute your microphone. Take a deep breath and say, damn, it feels good to be me.
Damn, it feels real good.
Damn, it feels good to be
It feels good to be me.
How did that feel? Did that feel good to y'all, to like actually say it out loud? Because you know we say it inside.
Wait a minute, one more time.
Come on.
Damn, it feels good to be me.
Come on, Uncle Romy Rome. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, it feels good to be me. Sir. In the background talking about, yeah, come on. See, this morning, this morning I was in this thought process this morning, and the kid decided, and we listened to music en route to drop him off to school, and he said, Mommy, can we listen to this particular song? And I don't know if you all know it, but it is a wonderful song that we have discovered recently. And he's crazy about it. And it's called Bless Me. And it's Maverick City Music and Kirk Franklin. I'm just going to read some of these lyrics because it's a reason. It's a reason. Just flow with me on this. So the lyrics to Bless Me go just like this. 1 second, I'm pulling them suckers up because, again, I didn't know what I was going to talk about. So some of this is like freestyling. So just flow with me. All right. So it starts off, bless me, bless me, bless me, God, indeed. Death has been defeated. He is our victory. Bless me, God, not just for me, but so everyone around me can have everything they need. Let all these folks that's with me, God, have everything they need. Then it goes, favor, favor, let it follow me till I'm the conversation of all my enemies. Favor, favor, God, not just for me, but so everyone around me can have everything they need. Let all these folks around me, let all these folks that's with me, God, have everything they need. And it shifted my entire conversation. And what he don't know is I secretly said, thank you, Don, because he reminded me that I needed to celebrate. Because when I celebrate me, I am already blessed. But when I celebrate me, I say, God, I thank you for the blessing that is me. And now that you are blessing me, continue to bless me. So all these people that's with me can have everything they need. Because we understand that if the cup is filled up and it overflows, everyone around you catch that overflow. But if I don't fill me up and I don't overflow, everybody else gets stuck out. So again, I want everybody to unmute your mics and say, damn, it feels good to be me.
Damn, it feels
Damn,
good
Damn.
to be
It
me.
feels
Damn, it's good to be me.
It's
Oh,
good to be
damn,
me.
it feels good to be me.
Hey.
Damn, it feels good to be me.
Say it like you mean it. Just some
Damn.
Damn,
Feels
it
good to be me.
feels good to be me.
Be
put
me.
life in it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No. Just like
I
you.
can say it, Deanna. I can say it better.
Come on.
I love me some Jerome. Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Period.
Because when you celebrate you, you learn to love the unknown. We don't know what the hell is going to happen, but we jumped in it anyway. Whatever the it is for you, you jumped in it anyway. You don't know what's going to happen. From day to day, new blessings and mercies, thank you. But from day to day, you don't know what's going to happen, but you decided to love it anyway. Let me tell you, look, okay. So my truck is in the shop because I needed some new tires, so not new tires, new brakes. So I borrowed my dad's truck. Now he got the GMC Denali. I mean, it's nice, decked out, nice loan. You know, it's who is luxury on wheels for trucks? And I parked to get the kid out the school, right? I get in the truck, I start it up, and the truck moves. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know. I did not put this truck in drive. Even the kid was like, Mommy, did you take the brake off? I'm like, no. Looked up in the rearview mirror. A lady bumped into the back of it and moved the whole truck. I was like, oh, I broke. You know that was going to happen today. And we all know how it feels to be in somebody else's vehicle and an accident happened. Mind y'all, I was parked, just turned on the truck, leaned in the back seat to put my bag in the back seat, and it moved. I was like, wait a minute, y'all. But I still loved the day. You have your ups, you have your up days, and you have days. Down days don't really exist for you anymore. That's how you know it feels good to be you.
Yeah,
You have up days and you have days,
yeah,
but you no longer have down days.
yeah.
You understand that, yeah, you will always be in this recovery of life, recovery from trauma, recovery from addictions, recovery from whatever it is you're recovering from. That thing will always be there in your life, but you've learned to love it too because it's a part of you.
Yeah.
So one more again, unmute your mic and say, damn, it feels good to be me.
Damn. It feels
Damn,
good
it
to
feels
be
good
me.
to
And
be
it
me.
Feels
feels
good to
good
be
to be
me.
me.
Hey.
Damn.
Who
See, let me
said
tell
that?
you something. When you celebrate you, you live in your authenticity. And authenticity is alignment with your divine self. See, feeling truly good about yourself comes from aligning with your authentic self, the part of you that is untouched by external expectations. How many of you have felt that part calling out to you like, "Oh, you are here. Be me. Don't worry about what they say. They out there being here with me. Damn, on, girl. You know you don't like them people. They don't feel good. Don't go over there no more. Be you. Don't smile in their face. You don't like them. Just don't go over there. Don't even put yourself in that energy. Girl, just go outside and run in the rain. It don't matter what they say. Don't worry about them. Just go run in the rain. That part of you, that divine self in you, see, that alignment, it isn't about ego, but about recognizing that you're a unique expression of the divine. If your divine is God, you are a unique expression of God. If your divine is the universe, you are a unique expression of the universe. See, each one of us is unique in our own way because we don't look alike. We don't act alike. We don't talk alike. Not one of us is the same skin color. We are each a different shade of the rainbow, as my auntie used to say when we used to have family photos. It went from Ena's color to Uncle Romy Rome. That's what my family picture looks like. And each of us was unique in our own way. We are unique expressions in this beautiful rainbow of life. So when you celebrate yourself, you're celebrating the fact that you're in alignment with your divine self, and you are loving the fact that you are a unique expression of the divine. And when you live from this place, self-acceptance, it flows naturally. And you be like, you wake up in the morning, look at yourself like, damn, it feels good to be me. Let me tell you something. When you understand that every moment of your life, you're always becoming a greater aspect of who you are. When you embrace who you are, you're honoring that journey. Not as a means to an end, but an ongoing process. See, one of the things I love about Uncle Romy Rome and Uncle Phil is that they show up every call, except Bible study, because we know Uncle Romy Rome gonna be at his Bible study. Antonio said, damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Yeah, you know what? That's a song too. I can't remember which song it is, but they understand that they are an ongoing process. They never stop going. They never stop moving. They never stop learning. They never stop becoming a greater them. When we get to that stage, we understand that every aspect of our life is valuable. And so it feels good to you. Wherever you are on your path, it feels good. Grace is on a different path from Otis, who's on a different path from Miss Sandra, who's on a different path from Uncle John. But in your different paths, you still embrace that part of your path. And if you are truly celebrating yourself, you're looking at somebody else and be like, man, I can't wait I'm on my way. I'm right behind you. I'm going at my pace, but I'm coming. But I'm going to celebrate you and yours because I can't even begin to imagine what it took for you to get to that part of your path. Self-love at this point is grounded in accepting every part of your growth, even the imperfections. How many of y'all have had imperfect aspects in your life? You be like, man, if I could do this over again. Whew. But as we mature, not as we get older, as we mature, we look back and we're like, you know what? It wasn't quite an imperfection. There's a lesson I learned from that. And because of the lesson I learned from that, I was able to do this, and that. And then you look at the mirror and you say, damn, it feels good to be me. And then when you celebrate yourself, you're celebrating your unique vibration. See, we all vibrate. We're all individual frequencies of this universe. But each of us radiates a unique vibration. that contributes to the cosmic symphony. And this is the thing I love the most, because I was reading this book about astrology, right? And Antonio calls it excuse me, ebb and flow. The ups and downs, the peaks and valleys. Well, I understood it as a heartbeat. The universe has a heartbeat. And just as the universe has its own unique heartbeat, we're a part of that heartbeat. Every upbeat, every downbeat, we have a same heartbeat. The same, and if you notice, it never goes just up and down, up and down. It does this, and it kind of wiggles a little, goes up, and it kind of wiggles a little down, go up and come down, and go, like, it does the craziest things. My dad was in the hospital recently, and I've watched a lot of heart monitors lately, so I've paid attention to some things. But when we celebrate that unique vibration that beats inside of us, we're honoring our distinct frequencies, resonating with the authenticity of who we are. And this resonance is what attracts your tribe, your opportunities, the experiences that feel in harmony with your true self. So tonight, I wanted us to celebrate ourselves, because we don't do that enough. And the more we celebrate ourselves, the more we celebrate our unique vibration, the more we draw onto us others who decided, I don't want to do what they do. I want to celebrate my frequency. I don't want to celebrate the same frequencies as everybody else. I want to celebrate my frequency. So I'm going to pause here for a second. And I would like to open it up to you guys. What would you like to celebrate about your frequency tonight? Because remember, damn, it feels good to be you. So what about you feels good?
Okay, I'll be first.
Come on, Rummy Rum. Aunt Sandra. Uncle Rummy Rum and Auntie Sandra.
Okay. It's interesting you bring this topic up, Deanna, because I called Grace the other day because some things were going on and I had to make some decisions. And I felt the best possible decision to reaching my goal and my objective was to reach out to Grace. We had a conversation. And when I finished talking to her, I felt really, really good about that decision. And I don't normally call Grace. I don't normally call Deanna or Antonio like that. But in that particular situation, and it was heavy, it was deep. But I got a text from a friend who's going through some stuff. I'm going through some stuff, quote unquote. And they said, hey, was thinking about you. Everything okay? And I said, Jerome, you know she's going through some stuff. So be careful what you say. Here's what I sent to her. And this says, to me, it ties into what you're talking about. I said, this was last week, I just finished the noonday Bible study. It was awesome. As for other things, people, stuff in my life, too many moving parts. Since my faith walk is strained, I can only take it one step at a time. I pray to God that I'm not infecting others, which I come in contact with. Sometimes I have to keep silent for the fear of what might come out of my mouth. Sometimes it feels like it is too much, but it's not. God still has got me. Thank you for checking on me. It makes a difference. Take care. And when I went back and looked at that, it felt really, really good. Because I didn't want to lie. I didn't want to say that everything's happy, everything's right, because it wasn't. And yet at the same token, I knew I was moving forward. I wasn't stuck. You know, I hit a couple and I keep moving, keep moving. So I'm making progress. Well, how do you articulate that? You know, and then I look back at before and I say, Jerome, look at where you were before when you were in situations just like this. Are you dealing with them the same way? I am not. And I'm making progress and I'm growing. And as I see that, more stuff is coming and it looks good. Well, there's a little scripture in the Bible saying, to whom much is given is much required. To whom men have committed much, whom they will ask for more. There's going to be more, and you got to deal with more. And you talk about that song, those lyrics from that song. If you have favor, if you have abundance, you want that overflow to be able to go to others. And they're looking to you, like she said, I was thinking about you. You okay? So she pulled me out the car. Are you okay? And I wanted to say, well, over here. And I said, no, Jerome, you're doing just fine, homeboy. And you stay there. And listen to me, today was a critical hump for my week. This week was today, and I didn't get the chance to talk to the Grace. I sent her a note. I said, "Hey, Grace, remember we talked about? Hey, if tomorrow evening is okay, maybe even Saturday, we can get together and talk." And it's just that one little piece, and it really doesn't even matter because it's going to fit. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be just fine. Everything is going to be fine. High, low, it doesn't matter. It's going to be fine. And so I'm sitting there going, where the hell am I coming from? Because I recognize there's been a shift. And I don't know when that shift took place. Deanna, I do not know when it took place. It just has. And I can't go back to that old Jerome. I can't. And there's too much. There's too much going on. And it's just like, and the fact that it's different excites me. And don't worry, Phil, I'm gonna catch up with on Monday and Tuesday. I ain't got there yet. I talked to Phil and Susan about I want to get back to with the wins and challenges and all that. And I'm sitting there going, but I said, it's okay. It's okay. You're doing the best you can. If that's something you desire to do, keep working. And I bet you some doors are gonna open up. And the next you may not be able to do it consistently. But you're going. Matter of fact, I was talking to my niece about Phil and Susan, okay, and because she wants to be a speaker, right? And I didn't want to like that. And I said, girl, let me tell you something about them. They off the hook. And by how I don't know how we gonna squeeze you in. So I'm just trying to, like that. And then here come Phil and Susan. I said, well, Jerome, now if your niece gonna be on there, you got to be on there. Hello, see? So it's all going to work out. Don't sweat it. So I was the first one.
Wait, but you got to end it with, damn, it feels good to be me.
Damn, I love me some Jerome.
There we go. There we go. All right. Auntie Sandra, you was up next.
Whew. Damn, it feels good to be me. Me, oh my. Well, it feels good to be me because I've learned so much in these past years of just linking up with who God put me in the lap of. And thinking about the lap of luxury, it's not always money. And I say that in my book. Because knowing that wealth doesn't necessarily start with paper goods, paper dispensary, all of that type of stuff in your life. Things, possessions. It starts with being able to say, damn, it feels good to be me.
Love you. Go and let the tears out. You know how Antonio is. He say tears are good for TV.
I've experienced some things in my life recently where I am watching literally trying to be pulled backwards to a place where I'm put in a corner because I'm not giving as much as others.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Because
Nobody.
that part. Because I'm unable to do as much as others. But I refuse to carry that feeling of I am less than. Because damn, it feels good to be me. So I can't resort back to what is known as people pleasing. If you give me this much, then I'll give you this little window. Well, I don't have that to give. Well, then you just won't receive it. Then I find myself struggling to get what they need so that I could get that window. But I don't have. So now I'm in anguish mentally, emotionally, psychologically, financially, and socially. So now that's not Sandra. Damn, it feels good to be me. Damn. Ooh, when you graduate and you realize that you have come to a point in your life to see God work through you, to get things done for you.
Damn, it feels good to be me.
And it feels good to be me. When you get to a level in your life where you wake up and you see that any way works. Antonio T. Smith Jr. said to me when I was talking about my face and all of it, this was before I started doing, y'all excuse me,
You okay?
before I started doing the speaking challenges. Because I'm worried about, my face or me messing up my words. See, for someone else, it may not be a big deal for them to slur their words or mess up the words. But for me, it always felt like it was extra because now people are going to pay that extra attention to what's going on, and then I'm pulling back in my shell of that's too much. Because then you got to explain why you can't talk right. But they don't know that medically, I'm not supposed to be able to speak at all. So to me, I was staying in that shell until Antonio T. Smith Jr. said, do it anyway. If you're afraid, do it anyway. And I make mention of that all the time because I learned, although I knew there's a difference between having the knowledge and walking in the knowledge. I learned that I can do it anyway. Start doing my lives, doing it anyway. I started doing different ministries out in the community anyway, because of learning that, damn, it feels good to be me. It feels so good to allow God to work through me, to heal me, to allow God to be Him in my life, God of my rights. instead of the little g, which is Aman. I don't have a right without Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, because without them I can do nothing. It's impossible. So leaning on him to trust that he put me in the lap of people who were going to look out for me and not try to kill me is a big deal. And all the things that are coming at me, gimme, 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 you make a way for me. To X me out on the road that I know I'm supposed to be going on. I can't fend for you. I can offer you the information. I can tell you where to go. I can make suggestions of what to do. But ultimately, I am taking care of what God put me on the road to do. And that is healing forward so that I can keep moving forward. And I'm doing it anyway. So while things are trying to pull me backwards into a shell to say, no, you can't do it unless you're just doing for me. No, you find a way to do for me. You find a way to get, to do, and to have for me. Later for you. Do it for me. But Sandra's doing it for Sandra. Sandra's making a way for Sandra. Sandra's not putting her things in the background and saying, well, since they damning it, you damn it too. Because I've learned that, damn, it feels good to be me. So forward on, being able to make the clear statement and saying, I'm unable to help you at this time. I have to get me out. Antonio T. Smith Jr. made a statement saying, and it's true, it's so true. You can't financially help someone if you're financially unable to. It's impossible. And that no ministry is able to give without already having. So it's like, with what I want to do, I have to continue to move forward and make those things available for Sandra so that others would be able to have accordingly. Where I am able to see that according to God's will and way for me, that I'm prosperous and not hurt. That my overflowing of blessing is what makes me rich. So that I will richly give to others without lack, without, what do you call that? Reserve. Oh my God. Hallelujah, praise and glory. So I want to give a small example of what that feels like, that y'all are all, whoever's here is able to see. Now, as long as I am present this way, you can see my book
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is coming soon. It's the cover of the book. For you, CK. It's for you, creating karma, the beginning of a healing series by Sandra Lucky. However, when I am not speaking, then y'all don't see that, and neither do I. But I see others, even if they're not on camera. But mine is not seen. But regardless of whether I'm seen or not, I know I'm here, right? So regardless of however I am perceived by others, I'm doing it anyway. I'm here anyway. I will continue to be where God said, Sandra, continue moving forward. And you can't continue to move forward if you're not continuing to heal forward. So I say how appropriate it is for you to come, Dion, and bestow us with this grace of peace after what I've been going through in the past few months, especially in this past, oh my God, I say in these past few days, because God knows when people are trying to get something from me, normally I try to make sure I do till I don't have no more nails. And I'm bleeding from within. I am hemorrhaging from trying to help, trying to make sure that one have, even though I don't have. And what I struggle to get, I give to you without asking anything or expecting anything back. But I was taught here, it's okay to be selfish. And someone told me this past weekend, well, this weekend that just passed, you are selfish. And they don't understand why I start smiling. And I asked them, tell me, how am I selfish? Do I not give what I have? They said, well, yeah, you do. Am I not present with my time when someone needs me, even though I don't have that time? Yeah, you do. You do make time for other people. I've seen you do that. Do I not make sure that if I have financially, I'm giving, I'm even putting towards, even if I don't have it all? But Sandra, you do that, but you're just selfish. Okay, well, explain to me where I am selfish. And then when they couldn't, I let them know. See, what you're seeing is that I refuse to scrape and struggle for something, for someone else that I don't have. You see me taking time that when I'm in a study, I'm in a study. That's my time. You're seeing that when I'm talking to someone, whoever wants to talk to me, you have to wait because I'm in a conversation. Give me the same honor and respect that I give you. See, normally I would be asking for that. But now I take what is Sandra's, what rightfully belongs to me. So you seeing me be selfish, there's no definition for it for you. So now I can't say that God gave that to you to say to me, because I'm not being selfish towards anyone. I'm being selfish for me. I am caring for self. And they was like, oh, you get on my nerves. You get on my nerves. You always gotta bring the Bible. Look, because damn, it feels good to be me. Damn, it feels good to be Sandra Lucky. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love y'all.
Love you more.
Sandra Lucky just saying.
Well, look, Miss Sandra, she done moved me between her and Uncle Roman Rome. They've moved me into my next one because, see, when it feels good to be you, you have a freedom of non-attachment. Deanna, what's the freedom of non-attachment? Girl, what you talk about? Well, feeling good in your skin involves releasing attachment to external validation. Bless you, sweetie. When you're free from needing approval, you tap into this profound inner peace and self-assurance. See, that's what Miss Sandra was saying. She was like, look, How am I selfish? Explanation me so I can learn. Cause I'm I have an inner peace about what I'm doing. I have a self-assurance about what I'm doing. And see, okay, so I'm gonna throw a little Antonio in here. Metaphysically, this non-attachment is in alignment with the truth that your worth is intrinsic and doesn't fluctuate with others' perceptions. You saw me at the rubber road. I learn a little something, learn a little something. But then when you celebrate yourself, when you say, damn, it feels good to be me, somebody could say, Uncle Roman, why you got all that green in your beard? Because I want it. You know what? You should dye it, because that no. Why would I do that? I don't need your approval for the gray in my beard. Don't play with me. I'm Uncle Roman Rome. I love me some Romy Rome. Don't play with me. Sure. But another thing that I love about it is because when you celebrate you, you are now living as a conscious creator. See, and again, I told y'all, it took me forever to try to figure out what the hell to talk about because Antonio's taught us everything. So what I'm doing is I'm telling you to celebrate yourself because if you are here, you are living what Antonio taught you, which means you're now living the fact that, oh, I create with the universe. I'm consciously creating this life that I'm living. See, to feel truly good about yourself, to feel truly good about just being you, you have recognized that you are the creator of your experience. Now, me explanation something on this one. Because when you first start understanding that you're a conscious creator, you want to go hide up in a closet or under a rock because you also understand that a lot of the BS in your life you created. I'm going to leave it right there because we talking about celebrating ourselves because we don't celebrate ourselves enough. But I just wanted to put that out there because somebody may be in a part of a journey where they like, man, look, it ain't good to be me right now. Because I'm understanding and realizing that all this stuff, I created that stuff. He said what I want to say because my kid is earshot. But it's like, so foo-foo on what you're talking about, but understand there's another side to that. Because when you are a conscious creator, as I teach my kid, because I had to learn it myself, because apparently it's one of the things that missed me when I was growing up. There's consequences for everything. As Antonio taught us, you still got to reap what you sow. And the best way to do that is to sow more better and sow more gooder so you can, balance out and then flush out the badder stuff that you created. You can't pull it up, but you have to harvest the wheat with the tares. And then you can take that stuff and shift it out. But until then, that stuff got to grow together. But we're here to celebrate the fact that you consciously understand that now. You have started consciously creating the life that you love. And what does this look like? Well, you're now in a position where you feel truly good being yourself, and you recognize that you are the creator of your experience. You do what you do every day because you created it. This involves acknowledging that your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs shape your reality. My favorite mathematical equation of all times: thought plus emotion equal creation. When I first learned that, when we used to have the office in the church. We were in there. It was me, Antonio, and Bryant. For those of y'all who go that far back with us. And Antonio was teaching us something. He was like, yeah, thought plus emotion equal creation. I sat there for a second, like, what the hell? It's like, did you just simplify life for me? Like, and I didn't realize at the time when he planted that seed, it was like, dang, it makes sense. So if I think about it, and if I feel it, I create it. E equals MC squared. Like, you keep pounding mass on top of mass on top of mass, you're gonna get a creation. Well, that's the same thing we do with our thoughts. And if everything is one, thought plus emotion equal creation, your thoughts become your actual physical life when you add emotion to it. And you have now understood that. So with that, you're embracing this responsibility and allowing yourself to steer your life in ways that feel deeply fulfilling for you and that are aligned with your soul's purpose. See, not everybody can be at home taking care of their wife. Not everybody can sit at home and work. Not everybody can love their retirement. Not everybody can create an Airbnb and it's prosperous. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody can have their student debt paid off and go back. Not everybody can take care of their parents. Not everybody can be the greatest provider that there is. Not everybody live off their dividends. But we've created these lives for us. Not everybody can take care of their grandmothers. Not how many of you can say that you spent time in a foreign prison, got out, came home, still here, and building businesses and changing lives? Not everybody can say that. You created that life for you because you consciously understand now that I create this. You also consciously understood that everything prior to your understanding and your acceptance of it, you created. So now you can say, man, damn, it feels good to be me. I created this. This is mine. I did this. And I'm loving it. And it feels so good. My skin feels good. My hair feels good. My clothes feel good on my body. It feels good to be me. And when you celebrate yourself, that self-love is a vibrational magnet. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way. Ain't no way all of us can stand each other if we ain't love each other. Well, let me read. There's no way all of us could stand each other if we didn't love ourselves. See, because we love ourselves, that vibration went out to other people who love themselves. And you may question if you love yourself, but trust me, if you hear, you love yourself. You may think, well, no, I'm still dealing with this. I'm still dealing with that. And I got a little depression going on back here. Got a little heartache going on there. But you hear. This is because you loved yourself enough to understand that. Let me go around other people who love me just as much as I love myself. And let me get some of that vibration with them. So I can also vibrate to them. I love you too. Thank you. Damn, it feels good to be me. Don't it feel good to you? And they saying the same thing. Girl, you know what? Dion, damn, it feels good to be me too. Let me say something. That's why we are here. See, self-love is a high frequency state that attracts positivity, abundance, and harmony into your life. So how many of you can say, you know what? Since I've been, loving myself a little bit more, I noticed I've been getting a little more. It feels good. Just saying. I mean, I'll raise my hand. Let me tell you something. Grace knew me 10 years ago. Well, yeah, Dawn about to be 10. 8 years ago. Trust and believe. I'm sure she was trying to run the hell away from me because I was not vibrating self-love. I was vibrating, I'm that one, okay? And that wasn't love. Let me tell you something. But when you vibrate at the state, when you love being you, you naturally draw in experiences that reflect that self-appreciation. And this love for yourself, it's a signal to the universe that you're ready to receive, allowing blessings to flow effortlessly to you. See, there's a song that Beyonce wrote, and it's called Bigger. I had to think for a second. It escaped me for a moment. I played a little bit of it. And she says, you're part of something way bigger. And when you realize that, you start loving yourself because you understand the same thing that created this earth created me. But I'm different. Like, I got freckles. And I know other people got freckles too, but they not in the same place as mine. I got freckles on my shoulders. There's people that have freckles all over their body, but see, my freckles on my shoulders, they not in the same place as Dion's freckles. So I'm different. Like I did a Bible study with Mr. Antonio's dad, and he had me study some stuff. And I can't remember it, but I studied how it was about God's love for us. And when I tell you that whole I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, let me tell y'all something. We done watered that down so much. See, when you love yourself and when you celebrate yourself, you understand I am more than fearfully and wonderfully made. He took his time placing every last one of these freckles. He took his time putting together the bone and the marrow. He took his time developing my brain. He took his time to make sure, I don't even know how many strands of hair I have on my head, but it's about the same amount of grains of sand that's on the beach. But he took his time because he knows how many strands I got. He knows how many freckles I got. Everything about me. And when you understand that self-love, man, you start telling the universe, God, oh, I love what you did with me. He'd be like, oh,
Deanna,
yes,
and
sir.
Deanna, he wasn't in a hurry to create you either.
He was not in a hurry. He took his time because Ina, the universe took its time with you. Grace, God took his time with you. Receive that. He took his time. He purposefully took his time. Mr. Otis, he took his time. Like he said, wait a minute. No. No. Hold on, let me sit back. Let me look at Otis Chandler for a second. Okay, I'm gonna do this right there. And when we understand that and we love and celebrate ourselves in that same energy, God be like, man, I was waiting for you. Where you been? I was like, here you go. I was waiting. The universe be like, man, it took you so long. I've been trying to tell you your whole life. I took my time with you. Now that you love
Can I
yourself,
say this?
go ahead. Come on, Miss. Come on, Auntie Sandra. Come on.
So I know, and I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want y'all to be like, what the hell?
You good.
But I learned, excuse me, I learned years ago that that when I love, it is extremely overpowering for some. And when you add extra exercises in it, it causes people to think, this can't be really happening.
Come on, Sandra. I caught you. Keep going. I caught you.
It is not supposed to feel like that. Okay, I have all these extra things waking up in my mind and my body, and this probably supposed to be killed. so, so that it doesn't thrive, because something is wrong with that. So I realized, and definitely healing forward, there's nothing wrong with me as far as loving someone. The point is, and it's a real point, the point is that it challenges people to receive a love that they literally are supposed to be feeling emotionally and mentally in the first place. God gave healing in our hands. So there's something that happens when I embrace someone. They feel it completely through their body. If you are kissed by love, you know the difference between that kiss and somebody kissing you and saying, whatever, let me just get him a hug and a kiss and get it over with. Because no, it challenges you to understand that you are worthy of love. So it pulls on you to receive love, because without receiving love, there's no way that you can realize that you are loved. And then you are able to wake up and forgive yourselves for the things that you have created to open a door to be destroyed, to be looked over, to be, you know what I mean? It's so amazing. So I'm so honored to be able to be in a place and a space of realizing who I am and why it is a struggle for someone else to receive the love that I have, and why it is so for them overpowering, but it's to wake them up. And I'm so glad that God trusts me with that emotion to give to people so that they will know that they are loved, to open their eyes so that they can receive love, to be able to have them to learn how to love themselves. And that's so important to me, because my program, Let's Talk It Out, Not Fight It Out, helps people to understand you ain't got to fight. Let's talk it out. Because we fight not against the flesh and blood. It's not the flesh and blood we're supposed to be fighting against. It's against those forces that come to steal, kill, and destroy love, period. So when knowing that, it opens up so many different areas where you're able to say, damn, it feels good to be me, and not fight against that, you know? So yeah. Something like you just saying.
Well, yet again, and Sandra, you lead me to my next one. Now, everybody knows how this feels. You may, you know how it feels to be on the other side of this type of person, because we all know this type of person. See, when you love yourself, when you celebrate who you are, you become a mirror of others' empowerment. So I want to give him his flowers while he is still here. Antonio is the greatest mirror for others' empowerment. That's why we all here. See, we all know he like Uncle Ramon. He loved him some Antonio. And because he fully embraces himself, he inspires us to do the same. See, his authenticity acts as a mirror, and it encourages us to step into our truth. Now, we may want to crack that mirror sometime because we first see who we are telling others we are. We see all the masks that we have put on over the years. And he keep telling you, man, take that off. And you'd be like, but I did. He's like, no. Take that one off too. Like, what are you talking about? I did. No. You got a couple of more behind that, so let's take those off too. Let me tell y'all something. I had it's probably the wrong word, but y'all know how I am. A mirage of masks. Like, I had a mask for this, I had a mask for that, I had a mask for this, I had a mask. When I first started teaching, he said, be yourself. Man, I'm being myself. No, you're not. Be yourself. I am being myself. And you after a person tells you that so many times, you start wondering, well, what the hell? Who am I? And he does that. He empowers us to step into our truth. And it isn't about showing off. It's about radiating genuine self-assurance. And that when he radiates his genuine self-assurance, it empowers us to shine in our own unique ways. Because he's a mirror. He's not, what's the word I'm trying to say? You know how some people, they want you to shine, but they only want you to shine under their umbrella? See, he don't do that. He wants you to shine, and then he actually reflects your shine off of his mirror so others can see your shine. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't know nobody else that does that. Because not everybody loves himself enough. Sure, come on. Hi. He asked if he could say.
Baby. Yes. Oh,
He asked if he could say hi. All right, let me finish teaching. Well, thank you. And when I tell y'all, he be reminding me, like, hey, you tripping. Be happy.
you just got drunk.
Like he does that
Yeah.
because I am learning and loving and celebrating myself. It's reflecting because kids do what they see, not what you tell them to do. So if I'm not celebrating myself, how am I gonna tell him be happy? Well, mommy, you walk around sad all day. What the hell you want me to do? Dawn, do this. Well, mommy, you walk around moping and depressed all day. So what the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know what that look like. Like, you showing me this. So that's what I'm going to mirror. Now, if you want me to be happy, then damn it, show me how to be happy. And daggone mirror. And that's what Antonio is. He is a mirror for our empowerment. So I want to give him, he's celebrating Aiden's 16th birthday. He listening in, but he's celebrating Aiden's 16th birthday. So happy 16th. Hey, ooh, 16. Ooh. Hey, y'all, he taller than me. Like, Aiden is like, I mean, everybody taller than me, but still. He's 16. So happy. I just want to shout out to Aiden. Interruption of what we doing. Shout out to Aiden. Happy 16th birthday, 16th birthday, Aiden. Enjoy it. Live it up. Ooh, when I was 16. It was a rough one. But when you sit back and say, damn, it feels good to be me. Like, it really does. Guess what you're doing? You have released your limiting beliefs and you are embracing the infinite potential that this world has. Talking about heaven on earth, that's what you just released. Let me tell you why, because feeling good about yourself means you're releasing the old limiting beliefs about who you should be. And you're opening up the idea of this infinitely possible potential of man, I could be anything I want. It don't matter how old I am. It don't matter how many grades I got. It just is one spot. And it fluctuates. It just is one spot. And sometimes but it don't matter. And when you do this, I'm gonna do it again. I'm wrong. Metaphysically. Honestly, I learned a lot when it comes to, I found out that secretly I'm a metaphysicist and didn't know it based on my own beliefs and my own core beliefs. And Antonio confirmed it. And then this class, some of the classes I've been, this string of classes I've been taking in school, the last one was the foundation of physics and consciousness. It's basically just metaphysics. He was talking about string theory and all that. Everything Antonio was teaching us. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know this stuff. And all it did for me was I was like, oh, okay, so you just telling me what I feel is real. That's all it did. But metaphysically, what this means is that you're now aligned with the truth that your essence is boundless. And when you let go of limitations, you unlock new facets of who you are. Like Uncle Romy, he tells us a story of how when he first got with Antonio, money was looking kind of funny, And I'm not saying nothing he ain't already said, so I ain't putting his business out there for those who gonna listen to this later. He told us that, money was looking kind of funny. He wasn't doing nothing strange for no change, but money was looking funny. And he said, but I started listening. And I started realizing that my financial essence was boundless. And when I finally started realizing that and I started doing the things that Antonio was teaching me, money don't look quite funny no more. You got comma here and there, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but And so when you get to this point, you unlock all of this, you feel liberated in who you are, in the authenticity of your soul. I probably said that word wrong because it's so much in it. Authenticity. Your authentic self. We're gonna cut it short. There we go. Okay. We're gonna just cut it short. Just like this. We're gonna cut it short. And when you celebrate you, and when you understand, damn, it feels good to be me, that's because you started trusting your inner compass. You stopped following the crowd. You ain't listening to them fools no more. Y'all was good when it needed you. You did your job. I survived my childhood. I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm breathing. All the organs work. You did your job. I survived. Now that I'm adult, my inner self is telling me don't follow them fools no more. They did their job. Start shifting this way. And when you feel good about being you, it's because you trust that inner person, that inner voice, that inner compass is the voice of your higher self. You know how Antonio, he always tells us he stays connected. And when he meditates, he doesn't meditate to figure something out. No. He meditates to go talk to his future self. His future self is his inner self. It's the same person. So when he meditates and he stays connected to that inner compass at all times. And that inner compass leads you toward what resonates and it leads you away from what doesn't. So trusting yourself creates a foundation of security and self-respect that feels incredibly powerful. See, I don't know about y'all, but as you mature, you realize when you go on this journey of self-discovery and self-improvement, you start realizing, man, the stuff I used to do, I ain't love myself. I ain't respect myself. I had no respect for myself. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna tell the stories. Them stories gonna always stay in the back of the library collecting dust. If I gotta knock the dust off, that's because Don did something crazy, and I gotta say, hey, look, I know what you're doing. Been there, done that. I got the book, the T-shirt, I got the video, I got the hat, I got the cup, the mug. What you? I do it to him now. He be looking at me, and I be like, look, I know what that look mean. You got that look from me. So sometimes you gotta. But when you really just think about some of the stuff you used to do, like, man, I did not respect myself. And now that you're older, you like, you know what? I love me. I respect me. And because I respect me, no, like Auntie Sandra was saying, I respect me. I'm not even gonna ask you to respect me because you just gonna vibrate away from me, like Antonio says. They say she's selfish. No, I'm not selfish. I just respect myself. And because I respect myself, I respect others. Like Antonio says, every time he talks to one of us, we're the most important thing he's done all day. But when he goes into his time, it's his time. When he's programming, he's programming. But when he's on the phone with Uncle Rummy Wrong, he just on the phone with Uncle Rummy Wrong. That's self-respect. Because when you respect yourself, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's another one. Treat your neighbors as you want to be treated. Treat others how you want to be treated. It's a lot of other sayings in there. But basically it's saying respect others how you want to be respected. You're going to reflect that. So if you respect yourself, you're going to automatically respect others. So when it feels good to be you, that means you're trusting your inner compass. When you celebrate you, and you saying, damn, it feels good to be me, that means, damn, I got a hellified inner compass. Let me tell you something. Because it's telling me I can't fool with you. So I'm going to love you from over there. I still love you. I mean, I got to like you, but I still love you over there. Because my inner compass is saying you can't be in this garden. You can't plant over here no more. And finally, when you tell yourself, damn, it feels good to be me, you are living as a divine expression of joy. Have y'all ever met that person? Like every time you see them, they got a damn smile on their face. You be like, what's wrong with you? Like you never have a bad day? Like it's raining outside and you still smiling and you soaking wet down through your socks to your shoes. Somebody just slapped the hell out you. Why you smiling? Because no matter what, they are living as a divine expression of joy. And when you tell yourself, damn, it feels good to me, guess what? So are you. See, ultimately feeling good about being you is about embodying. You body joy. Like it's a natural state of life for you. Like Denzel say, I think he said it, or I can't remember, but somebody said, I hope that your house shoes are under your bed. So when you get up in the morning, you got to get on your knees.
Denzel said that.
Oh, okay. See, I knew, look, Denzel is my uncle. You always got that one uncle that just be so deep. Well, technically, that's Uncle Phil and Uncle wrong. But your embodying joy is a natural state. You wake up joyful. I learned, I did an experiment with Don when he was younger. And I started picking up on something. See, when I wake him up in the morning, I'd be like, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. He would wake up with a smile on his face. That's because I woke up happy. I woke up joyous. I woke up in a great mood. But when I wake up 30 minutes later, come on, son, get up. Time to get up, come on, come on, come on. And I'm rushing him. I recognized that he was in a different vibration when he got out the car versus when I woke him up, good morning. Those are two different vibrations. And I picked up on this. And so now we have a ritual before he gets out of the car. And it's thanks to Antonio. I don't even think I told Antonio that we do this. Grace has seen us do it. And I always say, you know what, you're gonna have a good day. And why? And he'd be like, because I'm a genius. I'm like, no. Say it again. He'd be like, because I'm a genius. And I'm like, say it again. You're like, because I'm a genius. Hey, say it again. Because and we have this little thing we go back and forth. But I keep going until he starts smiling because I understand that smile is a vibration. And when he get out this car and he go into the school, he gonna go into the school with that vibration. And see, Antonio used to tell him when he was really young that he was a genius.
Yeah.
I guess he told him the truth, huh?
So I made sure to reinforce that in him. Because I noticed when Antonio said it to him, or Antonio would Antonio, come on, man, don't do that because why? And he would be like, because I'm a genius. And I noticed he started getting a little cocky when he said, I'm like, okay, come on, let's keep this going. And when I tell you he has the most fabulous days, that's because I'm getting him to embody joy before he gets out that car. And while he is young, I'm teaching him to do this as he wakes up in the morning. There's been times I've kissed him on his cheek before he goes to sleep. He says, thank you. That's appreciation. Before you get out the car, be like, come on. I also understand that he's 9 and there's going to be a certain point in time where I'm not going to be able to do this. So I'm trying to get it all in now. But back to what we was talking about. So when you say, damn, it feels good to be me, that means you're living as a divine expression of joy. So this joy isn't dependent on circumstances. Yes. This joy is a realization that you're an essential part of the cosmic whole. You're an essential part. You are immaculately time well spent, time taken, slowed down to create. God sat back and said, hold on, let me take my time with this. And he did that with all of us. He took his time. You are an essential part of the cosmic whole. You are, I am an expression of God in the flesh. And that's who you are. You are an expression of the universe in flesh. And when you realize this, by simply existing as you are, you contribute to the beauty and the light of this world. And it's a profound reason to celebrate just being you. Like that alone. Ina, you're an essential part of this universe. You are the physical manifestation of this universe on Earth. That alone, you can't tell me nothing. Did you know I was a part of this universe? I'm an essential. I'm not just a part of, I'm an essential part. Like I'm supposed to be here. Like I'm one of the bolts and the nuts that hold this universe together. I'm essential. And when you love yourself that much, you're like, damn, it feels good to be me. That's how important I am. I'm unique. I'm essential. I respect myself. I love myself. Damn, it feels good to be me. So I wanted to come here tonight to celebrate with y'all because we don't celebrate ourselves enough. I'm trying to say when she hugs somebody, she heal them. Do you realize how essential that is to the universe? You know how many people need healing and don't know they need it until you touch them? Grace tell me all the time, D, I need, well, not all the time, but when she needs it, she'd be like, D, I need a hug. I need one of your hugs. Like, okay, come on. Because trust me, I understand. Because I'll be like, Don, I need a hug. Let me tell you something. This little boy, Grace, he got hugs like mine. So I understand how y'all be feeling that. I realize that no weapon formed against me can prosper. It can't because you are an essential part of this universe. Yeah. Go play. He like being on camera. That's what he's doing. He really like being on camera.
And what's wrong with that?
He been liking it since he was a baby, Uncle Roman. I don't I'm gonna put him in a movie, get paid for it. Okay, baby. So celebrate yourselves. Love yourselves, respect yourselves. The fact that you're here means you already do. It meant you loved yourself enough to be like, man, it gotta be more.
Deanna Marie,
Ooh,
Deanna Marie,
yes, sir.
you're teaching this, you're conveying this, you're not teaching this. You're conveying this awesome class, this awesome instruction to us. And the part that is blowing my socks off is that you're doing this flawlessly while also wearing your mama hat, without any distraction. Do you hear me, girl? And everybody can't do that. Okay, so I just wanted to make that. I want to speak that into the universe because everybody can't do that.
Thank you, Uncle Roby
And,
Roll.
and then I'm gonna be quiet.
I want to thank you because because damn, it feels good to be me. Because let me tell you something, Uncle Romy Rome, and Grace has been witness to this. There used to be a point in time, he used to be like, shh, 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 go there, be quiet, don't say nothing, sit down, go play.
I remember. I've been here a minute.
You sure have. I forgot Uncle Romy Rome. And through Antonio, I told y'all, Antonio has taught us everything. Through Antonio's teachings, I have learned. Why silence him? That's his way of showing love. That is who he is.
Yeah.
And he's a part of this family. So when he wants to say hi, come on, say hi. All right, go ahead. And then Antonio leads by example. Again, what did he do? He where he's a mirror for others' empowerment. He bring his kids. I'm like, come here, come say hi. But his kids are introverted like him. Mine is extroverted like me. And so, but that only comes when you celebrate yourself. See, now he knows when my mommy is teaching, it's okay to be me. Rather than when my mama teaching, I gotta be quiet. He's a 9-year-old boy. I can't expect him to sit still and be quiet. And then that's me not loving myself because all I'm thinking is, you embarrassing me. And all he's going to do is mirror what he sees and not what I tell him. I can tell him all day, Mommy, so proud of you, Mommy, love you. But what he gonna feel is, how? When you talking to people, you tell me to sit down and be quiet and shut up. So what you're really telling me is, no, you don't love me. You're not proud of me. You don't want me to be seen or heard. But he's also he's complimented me on the type of teacher I am. So why would I hush him while I'm teaching? Again, Antonio taught me everything I know. He taught us everything, and that's why it was so hard. I promise you, I've been trying to think of what I'm go from the day he told me, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I messaged him like, hey, Pathfinder is Thursday, and his birthday. Are we not having Pathfinder, right? He's like, yes, you're teaching. My response, okay. That's all I said. Okay. Because I was like, dang it. I thought I was gonna get a night off. And from that point on, I was like, what am I gonna teach? He's taught us everything.
Can I interrupt you?
Please.
Okay. Because I'm just going to add on to what you've been talking about. I'm going to agree and give my little testimony about what I've accomplished and grown through and changed through since finding Antonio T. Smith Jr. So when I first arrived here in 2020, I had a lot of insecurities and self-doubts and low self-esteem. But I also had a lot of ego too. So it was like extremes on both sides, like crazy. So I discovered that a lot of the issues that I've been dealing with in my life is just the fact that it's the fear of being judged, the fear of, not feeling good enough, the fear of failure, not feeling good enough, not, feeling comfortable, always my whole life feeling like a weirdo. Like I've always felt like a weirdo my entire life. But after I got with Antonio, it's just like everybody feels like a weirdo. You're not alone. We all feel weird. It's normal to feel weird. You're a human. We all feel weird sometimes, And I've also recognized that as I grew up, I did a lot of masking because I'm naturally not intuitive, but still like I think a lot. I'm very introspective and I ask a lot of questions and I need a lot of clarity. And I need, I guess I need it to be true. I need it to be facts. Like if people start talking and it's like in my mind it doesn't make sense. So sometimes I come off of conversations as like argumentative when I'm just trying to understand because it's not making sense. And that's where I kind of get into making people feel uncomfortable because they're just talking and I'm like, that's not making sense. But you know how people are, they just be talking and don't be realizing that they just talking and not making sense. And so when you're not making sense, I'm about to start asking you a bunch of questions and then you can't answer the questions while you talking. And now you just don't want to talk to me because what you're saying not making sense. I do that to people a lot. And I think that has something to do with my ADHD too, or whatever it is. I don't know. But I've always felt weird. I've always felt not good enough. And I've always felt like it's never been like easy for me to naturally make friends. I always felt like when I'm trying to make friends, I feel like a pick me. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, I feel like I'm trying too hard. And I don't know, it's weird. It's just, social cues and all that, it's always confusing. I don't know, whatever. But since I've been in this class, it's like, you know what? I don't care. Either you gonna answer these questions, or we just not gonna relate. We're not gonna talk. And it's so peaceful here because it's like, okay, you don't want to talk to me? Cool. One less confusing, quote unquote, dumbass conversation to listen to because a lot of times people just be talking out the side of their neck, not making any sense. And my brain is just like, you not making sense. Just because I'm curious and I'm all about the facts. So I don't, the fear of being judged, if anybody says anything to me that's like contrary to what I believe about myself, it's like, what do you mean? Instead of, hey, that's their interpretation of me. We don't relate. Move on. If that's how you feel about me, move on. Instead, I'm like, well, maybe it's in a misinterpretation. I try to patch things up, try to make it smooth. Sometimes you just gotta walk away because y'all not meant to relate. And that's what I learned. That's the most important thing I've learned is I don't have to try hard to relate to people. Either we're gonna relate or we're not. I don't have to mute my words because I feel like I'm gonna feel like a weirdo if I say what's in my brain right now. I don't. If you think I'm a weirdo when I say it, then I'm a weirdo to you and we're not meant to relate. Period. So I just don't filter myself as much as I used to because I used to filter myself a lot. And I see it getting on my husband's nerves. But you're gonna have to get used to it because I can't keep filtering myself. You're my husband. You're gonna have to get the unfiltered version of me, period. So anyway, I appreciate having that reassurance and learning how to be selfish because I used to run myself dry trying to take care of my 4 kids and my husband. My husband was like, baby, why you don't do this anymore? Because you can do it. Because I don't have the capacity to do everything anymore and you can do it. You can clean the coffee maker and put coffee in there at night before you get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to make coffee. I don't have to do that after I cook dinner and clean the kitchen. You can do that before I cook dinner and before I clean the kitchen. Like little things like I'm not trying to be everything to everybody in this house anymore. You can iron, you can wash, you can sweep, you can wipe tables, you can clean that mirror. Like everybody in this house has something to do. I'm not running myself crazy anymore trying to do everything because God dog it, I deserve to have some rest in this house too. So these are things that I've learned in my journey with ATS. I don't have to be everything. I don't have to do everything. I deserve some rest. I deserve some peace. I deserve to be everything for me, just like I'm being everything for y'all. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm being everything for me and also being a lot for my family, but I'm not being everything for my family anymore. That's just being the honest truth. I can't be everything. Y'all got to be something too. So I appreciate all of these lessons. I appreciate the lessons in getting out of my own way and wealth because I know that my anger was getting in the way of my wealth. I know that my still battling this depression gets in the way of my wealth because every day I wake up with a little heaviness that I got to overcome because I'm not on medication for that depression, right? So it is what it is. You know, I'm a high functioning depressed person. I function highly, but I am depressed. I know the signs. I know my body is depressed. I know I'm depressed. And I know that. But even though I'm depressed, I can still function and do everything I need to do and not lay in bed all day because I know that this is something physiological. It's not me. It's something that I have to just learn to get that energy out of my body, which I haven't learned how to do that yet. But I know it's there and I'm dealing with it. But I learned that I don't have to be that. I can be what I want to be. I don't have to know that I feel a certain way and act that way. You know what I mean? Like I can feel heavy, but I can still be happy. Like at work, I'm that person. I'm that, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey. And everybody at work is like, hey, Miss Asa, how you doing? The kids love me, the teachers love me, the principal loves me, everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. And there's so many teachers walking around grumping, complaining every day, and I refuse to get in that energy. I'm not doing it. I refuse to be in that grumpy complaining. It's too much energy. If you chose to be here, you chose to be here. Do your best. Don't complain every freaking day and have a look on your face all the time. Like I refuse to do that. It's challenging, but I'm not gonna be depressed. I'm not gonna be sad. I'm not gonna be mad about a challenge because doing that is gonna make it worse for me. The energy I put myself in is gonna make it worse for me. All things that I learned from this journey. Because before it would have been like, oh my God, this is so terrible. It's so many depressed people. I can't be in this environment. No, I'm the light in the environment. People come to me, oh, this is so well, at least we got this, da 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 da. I'm like, you're right. I know, because I'm not about to sit here and complain with you. Anyway, that's my rant for today and my thank you, Antonio message, because yeah, all of these lessons stack up and make a huge impact over time. So I really do appreciate it.
Wait, before you mute, you gotta say it.
Damn, it feels good to beat Damali.
Hey! Thank you so much, Damali. Thank you so much for sharing. And it has been a true pleasure knowing you since 2020. Because when I tell you, be some stuff that you didn't share, and it broke walls for me. Like, damn, I thought it was just me. Oh my God. Like you was there the one time I just broke down crying. Everybody was like, what's wrong with you? And so I thank you as well. I thank you as well, Damali. Come on, Dion.
All right. After Damali, I have to. I so relate to you. I am happy to be Dion. When I was in Sandra Lucky, you just don't know. You talk just right. Don't even worry about what anybody else says, what anybody. Girl, I quote you a lot. Okay, you are awesome. Um, but what I noticed, and all right, so growing up, one thing my mother used to tell me is, Dion, think before you talk. What you think is probably true, but the way you say it is something that you need to work on, right? So, so all through life, I started off with, all right, I'll say it in my head first, and then I'll tell you. And my aunt used to be, I would go and because I knew it was something difficult, so I'd be like, and she would read my lips, and she would answer before I would even ask her. And I'm like, how did you know? She goes, you're saying it. You're mouthing it, Dion. And I'm like, okay. So then in school, what would happen is um, I took the role of positivity, you know? I hated people that only saw the negative, or they couldn't do something. So like in math, math was hardest. Sorry, I'm going to use words I probably shouldn't. It was hard as hell for me, right? But I knew that if I went to the teacher, she was going to help me. And I knew that if, I kept doing it, I would get it, right? Now, the people around me, they're like, I ain't doing it. I can't do it, and I won't do it. So every time the teacher would call on me, I'd be like, all right, and this is what we're going to do. And she'd be like, no, it's wrong. But I didn't care, right? But everybody else, they cared. And all through my life, it went like that. And just, I went from my mom's house to my ex-husband's house, or our house, I guess you could say. And from there to here, it was like I had to please my mom. I had to please the teachers. I had to please the family because, my family, it was all that, they all out there, put it this way. One sector of my family has 17 kids, and then those 17 kids, each of them are raising each other. And so it was like, you get in where you fit in kind of thing. But it was like with those 17 kids, it's like they paired up, like me and my cousin Eric, we were bonded, right? And then like my aunt and cousin Todd, they bonded. But so those were the people we hung out with. And then as we went on, I got married. It was like I had to please my husband, and then, but who's pleasing Dion? Nobody, not even Dion is pleasing Dion. And so it made it so that as time went on, like I'm getting my degree, I'm doing this, and my ex was like, well, how come you get to do that and I can't? And I'm like, who said you couldn't? Just go and do it, that's on you. But and as time went on, I realized I got married probably way too early, in 1920. I should have been living my life, but I didn't. But as time went on, I was like, I need to please me, need to be happy with me. And so I did that. I, divorced him, and I was by myself, living my best life, going and exercising, not hearing somebody say, why are you exercising all day? Going and, to different conferences and just, living my best life. Then, of course, what happens? My cousin Eric, he got in some trouble and ended up having to live with me. Now, again, I am the person that's positive and going to please everybody. So I'm trying to, make him happy and try, and there you go. I'm lost again. And as time goes on, and like with even my son and things like that, I'm always trying to please. All right, Antonio T. Smith Jr. This is where you come in. This year, I I said, all right, I need to change, help me to change. And his big thing was stop talking. And I'm like, what do you mean stop talking? I gotta talk. And I just realized over the last 2 days, because I ended up and stopped talking. Over the last 2 days, though, I found my voice. And yeah. And so
Let them out. Yeah, damn, it feels good to be you, don't it?
it sure does, damn it. Feels so good to be me. But I could express myself. And when I do, I feel like whatever it was that was inside of me that wasn't happy, that wasn't, it feels like I am me. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how I look, doesn't matter what I do. It matters of how I feel. And if I can, I won't even say project my happiness, but if I can put my happiness out there so that, others are happy, great. But it's not my calling to make other people happy. It's my calling to be me. And just being me makes other people happy because I I treat people the way I want to be treated. So I'm not going to be mean or I'm not going to do anything that's negative to anybody, because that's not in me. What's in me is to maybe help you be better, maybe to help you see, maybe to help you see what I see. And if you don't agree, it's okay. We are all not the same. We don't do all the things the same way, but we need each other so we can see there's different paths to take. There's different things we can do to be better people. And so I just have to say thank you, Antonio T. Smith Jr., because even though I might not have agreed with a lot of what you said, it has helped me to become a better me. And I it's great to be me. That's all. It's great to be me.
And I gotta add to all of this, everything is perfect was the number one lesson for me because in that everything is perfect, I am perfect.
Yeah. And that perfect might not be perfect for Grace, might not be perfect, but it's perfect, Even my imperfect is perfect, So it's maybe at that time that imperfect had to be there in order for someone else to see it, or maybe in order for me to move on, or I mean the imperfect helps you to grow.
But that's one of the biggest lessons for me, though, the everything is perfect lesson, because that helped me to relate better with my family and not be so judgmental with my family, and period. Just let people be who they are. Learn that was a really huge lesson because now instead of being like, what? Like, you just observe and just see what people do. And I stopped having to, because again, my brain is like, what you doing right now is not making sense to me. And so I'm like having all these thoughts, and now I'm like, that's an interesting way to do that. Moving on. That's it. That's all I do now. Because it's not like, why are they doing it? That don't make sense. I'll be analyzing like, if they did it this way, and then my brain would just be going 1,000 miles, just analyzing everything that's going on instead of going, okay, they chose to do it that way. We'll see how that ends up. Okay, moving on. That's it. That's all I do now.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's perfect for them. It'll end up how they want it to be.
Yeah.
You gotta say it.
It's perfect to be Dion.
Hey, Tracy. Ooh, go ahead, Ina. Go ahead, Ina.
Yeah.
Unmute. Okay.
Hey. So yeah, it's perfect to be me too. So I've been thinking, and I'm not usually talking. So that you are doing such a great class. I really enjoy it. So I wanted to tell you that. Um, I realized, yeah, when you were talking like when Antonio would say like be you, and I was like you, like okay, I am me, I am me, and actually I actually realized it's not on purpose, but I am me when I'm around children, and I realized that like the friends of my daughters, they would all want to come over here and sit with me in my office. And although we are not doing much, so they're listening in, but we are all here doing creating something. So I like to sing, I like to draw, I like to design, I like to read. So everybody comes over here to have like to be themselves, to be creative, and they can do and they can say whatever they want, and it's accepted. Well, I mean, it's not that they are impolite, but I mean, you can talk about everything, and and so this is what they like, and just like being together and doing, everybody does this thing, and we laugh and we sing and we do crazy things, and that's when I realized that's when I am myself. So when I can be like at my child level, that not childish, but at my child level, like, you know, open, creative, not overthinking. And yeah, and then it's really good to be me. So yeah, like I said, I had, where is it? This one. I explained to Rihanna, I was so, you know, I was busy and I wasn't being myself. And I said, well, later on, let me talk later on. And she just made me a little pot with all little cards in there. She said, after work, when you go to sleep, like you take every night, you take one. And it would say, you are wonderful. I love you, mommy. I read it. Always have confidence in you. I mean, she's 8 years old and she's like putting this kind of things out. And then I had to send it to Diana, and she said, well, and this helped me yesterday, really. She said, well, remind yourself that that's a reflection. She sees it from you. And so, I mean, I didn't see it like that. And I was like always thinking, oh, I'm screwing this up and my kids, and they will get all my traumas and oh, I was stressing. And, you know, Diana, when you said that to me, it really, you know, made me feel so good. And yeah, yeah, it's good. I'm doing a good job. It's good to be me. And thank you. Yeah.
There
Wanted
you
to
go.
throw that out there.
Yeah, I'm doing a good job. It's good to be me. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. And she did show me the little, and they're so small and tiny, but it's like, oh my goodness, like kids, they reflect us. So, and what I started doing was what I use my son as my like meter per se, because when he in his tube, that mean I'm in the tube, and it's like, okay, you need to check yourself. When he walk around here, I love you, mommy. Oh, mommy, you're the greatest mommy. You're my best mommy ever. I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. Okay, that mean he reflected me, so that mean I'm pouring out the love too. So congratulations, congratulations to all of you, y'all. Again, before we close tonight, Antonio's taught us so much, and I'm sitting here like, I mean, I literally sat here and I went through like every possible thing that I could teach or bring out or express. And I'm sitting here like, but they know this. Antonio taught this. Antonio taught that. Antonio taught this. Antonio taught that. I said, you know what? We just gonna have a night of celebration. Cause damn, it feels good to be me. I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Does anyone else have anything? You know what? I just have one request. I just have one request. Uncle John, can you just unmute and say hey to everybody? We miss you. We miss you so much.
What's up, sweetheart?
How you been? Oh, we miss you so
Yeah,
much. Good
yeah.
to see you.
I was just listening to everybody, and I had been sitting here before the call. I was working on my keynote for Tuesday, and you know, I know I've been, absent for, here and there and stuff, and um, just been going through, that journey, that one that you got to walk alone. And, I'm listening to everybody, and some of my breakdown was because of the fact that I've spent so much of my life and time um, pleasing everybody else, that I kind of lost myself. And it came out, and it came out in not such a nice way. And I had to catch myself when I realized, what was happening. Because sometimes, you could go through so much and you don't realize, internally, that a volcano is about to erupt. And that was the case with me. And I think what triggered it was the death of my son last year. And I did not think that was going to I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't expect it to affect me the way that it did. And my neighbor over here next door, he passed away. And now it's funny, not funny, but crazy. I hardly every once in a while I was seeing, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I hardly, spoke to him. And when he passed away, I remember when he went to the hospital, and he thought it was just some routine thing, and he ended up not coming back. And so I'm sitting up watching, I see the family, they started battling, how some families they start battling over who going to get what, at them people looking for something for nothing. And shortly afterward, they start fighting and they just abandoned the house. And I got up, they pulled, finally the bank took over and I looked up and they saw a big blue dumpster they put right out there in the driveway. And you know how the bank them have a crew come over, to empty the house out. And I'm watching and I'm seeing people grabbing stuff, running and throwing in the trunk of their cars and all this stuff, that was up value, that they just had to have. And then I just saw them, they threw everything in the dumpster. And then they came back with a second one. And I was taking my auntie to work, and I stopped at the rear of the car and I was just sitting there staring. My auntie said, Johnny, what's wrong? And I just said, so this is how it all goes, huh? And she said, what? I said, everything that man worked so hard for ended up in a blue dumpster. So I said, so that's how it goes when we go. Everything we have just go into a dumpster and that's it. And the storage, I probably mentioned it a couple of times. I had been paying for storage for nearly 13 years, $500 a month. And I got up and I drove up. It was about 45 minutes away from here. And I opened it up and I just stood there and I just looked at everything in it. And I remember I talked to my ex-wife, and she was like, what the hell you still got that stuff for? This, get rid of that ish. And I'm like, okay. And then I decided to call my niece and nephew. And I called my nephew. I said, hey, if something happened to me, man, what would y'all do with the stuff and all that? Oh, don't get rid of no tools and all that stuff. All he wanted was the tools because he's a mechanic. So I said, okay, all right. I said, I called my niece. And I said, hey, sweetheart, I said, how would you feel, if something happened to me, what happened to, oh, Uncle Johnny, get rid of that ish. Nobody want to be by you, an organized order. Ain't nobody want to deal with all that. I said, oh, okay. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate your honesty. She tried to apologize. I said, no, there's no need to apologize. You spoke your truth, you know? And I said, that's cool. So I got up and I went in, and every single one of my tools and everything that I had in there, I took them out and I sold them. I said, okay, I got rid of that. And then finally, I got up, I went up, I got my brother's pickup truck, which had been sitting there all that time. He gave me the title just before he died. And I got it sitting out there in the front. Everybody's been wanting to buy it. And I think I might just let it go. And after all those years, I realized that nobody never cared but me. Nobody cared about none of that stuff that was in there but me. And so for nearly 13 years, I spent $500 a month because I was the only one that cared. Nobody else cared. And when I saw that the dumpsters out there in my neighbor's house, it made me think about my own immortality. So I'm like, hey, so this is how it goes. And so I too got up and I decided, I said, I guess I went into some a funk or something, and I couldn't shake it. And I just isolated myself from everything and everybody. Even my auntie, was like, Johnny, are you okay? I said, I'm cool. Because I normally don't shut my door. I don't like shutting my door because it makes me feel like I'm in that jail cell that I was in for so many years. So, but I just really didn't want to be bothered. But I sat down and I listened to everybody and I said, hey, we're all going through something. And my niece said something to me that she said, Uncle Johnny, it's okay to let go. Because she said, you've been carrying everybody's burdens for years. She said, you've been there for everybody. And she said, you have never once complained. You have never once whined. She said, you just stepped in and took care of business and you kept it moving. She said, you have never, ever, I've never seen you complain or say a bad word. And I finally got up, and I didn't mean to. And I opened up to my auntie. I said, I'm tired of carrying the world on my shoulders. I'm tired. I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do. I said, Auntie, I love you. I said, you got 3 grown ass kids. And I've been your guardian for 8 years. I've taken care, I've paid your mortgage, I've done everything for 8 years. You got 3 grown kids, and none of them can help you. And I told her, I said, I love you. I said, but I got to be me. I said, because I'm 61 now. I said, how many more years do I have? I don't know. You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow. I told my doctor the other day, I was at the doctor. He said, John, how you been? I said, well, Doc, I said, I'm cool in the game, man. I said, hey, health-wise, I'm doing good. Y'all say I'm doing good. I got 2 doctors. I said, y'all say I'm doing good. I feel good. I said, okay, we'll keep it moving. I said, I got a few things I got to do that I want to do. I said, now I realize that I'm not going to be able to do everything. I said, I just want to be able to, when I'm laying on that bed and I'm about to go, home, I said, I just want to be able to say to myself, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with what I did. I said, I don't believe in regrets, so I was just sitting up, quietly listening to everybody and everything, and feeling what they were saying, because I too feel like, hey, there's things that I want to do and that I'm going to do. I am going, just like I went to the Waymakers, I'm sorry, event. It's the men's summit that I go to every year. And the gentleman that hosts it, he works with BET, Mr. Carr. And I got there, and what was nice when I went there this year, it blew me away that so many people knew who I was. I was so shocked. And TV journalists, guys of big companies and everything, all, Rush, George from George's Music Room, who was R. Kelly's mentor. I mean, everybody, took pictures with me, you know. Um, the comedian host, you know, was like, "Oh man, what's up, brother?" You know, we took pictures together and all that stuff. And I set up and I told Mr. Carr, I said, "I'm back again." And he was like, "I see." I said, "I'm not gonna stop till I'm on that stage." I said, "Cause I done watched everybody come up on your stage." I said, "Ain't nobody on your stage got a better story than me and that can speak better than me." I said, "So I'm I'm gonna keep coming until I'm on the stage talking to all these young men and everything I hear, you know, because I was walking through the crowd and there was people taking numbers and everything, say, 'Hey man, you know, I want you to speak before the kids and this and this and this and that.' I said, 'Cool, whenever you're ready, I'll do it.' I said, 'I don't even have to get paid for it.' I said, 'I want to do it.' I said, 'Just let me get on that stage.' You know, so it's like a lot of things, you know, that I had been lackadaisical on and stuff. Now I'm moving forward in. I say it's time to get it done, you know, but I've been feeling too a lot, you know, hey, I've been letting go all the BS. I've been not allowing people to upset me. I've been not allowing, not even myself to upset me. You know, I've been letting go. I'm not attaching emotions to things. Everything that I used to thought was so important now is irrelevant. I don't want to stunt no more. You know, hey, when I dress the way I do, everybody always said, man, you be dressing sharp. Man, you always have on the fly gear. I hear that from everybody. And I'm like, I'm just being me. It's not trying to please anybody. That's just who I am. I've always been that way. But the thing is, I'm happy that I finally got back to being who I truly am. Because for so many years, I was so many things to everybody else, but I was nothing to me. But now I'm like, hey, it's got to be about me, myself, and I. And folks, don't get that wrong, because in today's culture, you know, they always talking about it's too much of a me culture. And you know, when you say it's all about me, myself, and I, that's not being selfish. Because like the saying go, you can't pour out of an empty pitcher if you got nothing in you. You know, and I haven't had anything for a long time. So I'm just filling that pitcher back up. You know, I'm just filling it up with some that I can, re-pour into some people, you know, and continue on doing good things. You know, so you know, that's about it. You know, I mean, I love everybody's, you know, how you say it, confessions. If I could say that, I love everybody's confessions. I don't even look at, you know, we call them classes. I don't even look at being with the ATS classes anymore. You know, it's life-changing events. You know, I mean,
It's
you
like
know,
therapy.
yes, there you go. That's it. It's like therapy. It's not even classes anymore, you know. I mean, everybody know each other. Everybody, you know, we done grown together. You know, I've been around since what, 2019? You know, we done all grown together, man, you know, and all better individuals and human beings for it, you know. I mean, so, you know, hey, you know, I always got mad love for T. Smith, you know. I call him T. Smith for short. I just like the way it sounds. And you know, Mr. Sorrentino, Susan, I got love for everybody, man. You know, Deanna, Miss Grace, you know, I mean, it's just everybody. I even think about our former people, you know, that used to be on with us and everything. You know, I even think about all of them, you know, Mr. Dillahunty and all of them. So hey, you know, yes, I'm making pies this year, and yes, I'm making banana pudding, and yes, it's a lot of people that's been already calling me, hey, man, I want my pie, I want my banana pudding. It's amazing. I done started something. And all that was started out of love, just enjoying doing it. And now everybody, every year, I want my sweet potato pie, I want my banana pudding. And I'm like, hey, got you. And I do it all for free. Everybody say, man, you don't sell these things. I say, I do it for the love of it. I enjoy the smiles and the look and everybody, you know, that enjoy them. I like that more than the money.
Mm.
That's all I can say to that. And so that's about it, you know.
Well, you
Just
gotta
love
say it.
y'all.
You gotta say it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure as hell glad to be me.
Come on now. Hey, woo!
And thank you.
That part.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, look, Uncle John Calloway, even though you wasn't here physically, you was always with us in spirit. We love you. You family. So that's why it was a we miss you, not a where you been. No, we missed you. We missed you.
Well, thank you. I've always kept everybody in my heart. You know, while I've been learning all this other stuff, but been doing a lot of studying. You know, I was thinking, like I said, I actually had sat down and I got all my keynotes that I've ever done. I actually sat down and started redoing them because of the fact that I wanted to do the keynotes again. So all of my keynotes, I actually sat down and actually here's my keynote list. If you can see it, I actually
Oh
every
yeah.
one of my
Oh
every
wow.
one of my keynotes that I had done, I said, and you can see keynotes for ATS at the top, you know. So I actually had started redoing all my keynotes because I wanted to, jump back into the keynotes and stuff. I said, you know what? They said I could repurpose them, and I done learned a lot of things since then. So I was like, let me ask if I can do it. So now I'm gonna get ready to do them. As long as y'all let me do them, I'm gonna redo them.
Come on through.
But thank you. I appreciate you all. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you.
We love you more. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me this evening. Remember, no matter what, you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself, you just say, damn, it feels good to be me. Thank you all so much for joining me. You can plan better. You can dominate. And may your imagination always be a celebration of you. Love you all.
Love you
Love
more.
you more.
Love you
Love
more.
you more.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.